Hello children, how are you? Today we'll take up class 4th, unit 4, Alice in Wonderland. We will read along together. One day, Alice was lying under a tree listening to her sister reading a story. Suddenly, she saw a white rabbit scamper by. He had pink eyes and was wearing a blue coat. He took out a big watch from his waistcoat pocket. As he hurried away, he said, "Oh dear, I will be too late." She thought there was something very different about this rabbit. It could talk. It wore a red waistcoat and it carried a watch. Alice wondered, a talking rabbit? A rabbit who wears a waistcoat? Alice was burning with curiosity and she followed the white rabbit. See, here in the picture, as you can see, Alice is following the rabbit. The rabbit is wearing a blue coat and a red waistcoat, and he's having a watch also in his hand. So here let's read ahead. The rabbit started running and Alice followed the rabbit. The rabbit suddenly popped down a large rabbit hole. Alice jumped into the rabbit hole too. The rabbit went down and down and down and down into the rabbit hole. Alice said aloud, "Where am I? How many miles down have I fallen? I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth." She wondered, will I slip through the earth to the other side? See, we can, in this picture, Alice is falling down and down and down. Let's see what happens then. Thump! Alice landed on a pile of dry leaves. She looked around quickly and suddenly saw the white rabbit again. It disappeared, saying, "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting." Alice stood up and saw a small door about 15 inches high. It was too small for her to go through. She saw a glass table with a golden key on it. She tried the little golden tree in the lock, and to her delight, it fitted. Alice opened the door and looked into the loveliest garden she had ever seen. How she longed to be among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. But she could not even get her head through the doorway. "Oh, how I wish I could become smaller," she exclaimed loudly. Children, this is adapted from Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is a very famous novel of Alice in Wonderland. Once Alice becomes small, too tiny, and in the other part she becomes too tall. So it's a very interesting novel, and this chapter has been taken from that. Let's look into the new words here which we have gone through. Scamper. New words we are seeing. One is scamper. 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 Scamper by means moving fast. We will find these words in these sentences in the book also later. Hurried. 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 POPPED. Popped. Popped means come out all of a sudden. DISAPPEARED. Disappeared. That means vanished, not to be seen. Disappeared. Whiskers. 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 So looking into these words and finding them in the chapter would be really interesting. You all must say these words once again three times. Scamper, scamper, scamper. Come on, your turn. Yes. 2, 3. Good. scamper. Now next to the hurried, hurried, hurried. Your turn. Yes, moving to the next word. Popped, popped, popped. Yes, next word. Disappeared, disappeared, disappeared. Disappeared, disappeared, disappeared. Say this again. See on this, dis has been added. That's a prefix which has been added before appeared. So this is disappeared. It is also the opposite of appeared. Appeared is the main word and dis is the prefix. So this has become disappeared. That is also the opposite of the word appeared. Next, whiskers, whiskers, whiskers. Okay. Now moving here back to the chapter, looking at the whiskers of the rabbit. This is a beautiful garden. Looking at this picture where the Alice sees a beautiful fountain and a garden of flowers. And here, look at this picture. Alice is falling down and down and down, and then thump, she falls on a pile of grass, on a pile of dry leaves. And here, see, this is a rabbit here. Rabbit has got whiskers. Can you see the whiskers on his mouth? These are the two whiskers, this here and this side. On both sides of his mouth, the rabbit has whiskers. These are called whiskers. We can have a closer look at this rabbit, and Alice is following the rabbit. Looking at this word here, Alice was burning with curiosity. See, a new word here, curiosity. Alice is burning with curiosity. See, these are the new words we are finding into this chapter. Write down these new words which are being focused and shown into a blown up form like this. Find their meanings from the dictionary. You can take a Webster dictionary or an Oxford dictionary or Bhargava to Bhargava. That would help you from English to Hindi understanding of the words. And of course, you need to practice and listen to this chapter again and again. Okay. So going once again to this chapter, see here we've got another word, waistcoat. This is a waistcoat. The rabbit is wearing a waistcoat. Okay. Let's see where the waistcoat is in the picture. Here we see the rabbit here. See, Alice is following the rabbit here. The rabbit is wearing a red waistcoat inside, as you can see. This is called a waistcoat, which is of the length till your waist. So the rabbit wearing a red waistcoat. Looking into this chapter and the new words which we need to understand is, one day Alice was lying under a tree listening to her sister reading a story. Suddenly she saw a white rabbit scamper by. Here, scamper, scamper, scamper. Write this word, find this meaning from the dictionary and try to see how it has been used in this sentence. Suddenly she saw a white rabbit scamper by. So this sentence you can write for used in the word. He had pink eyes and was wearing a blue coat. He took out a big watch from his waistcoat pocket, and as he hurried away, Hurried, let me explain it to you. Hurried, Hurry is the real word. Hurry is the word, and you remove Y and add IED. Hurried. Hurry, hurried. It's a verb. hurried away. He said, "Oh dear, I will be too late." She thought. See, here again we see thought. What is thought? Thought. Thought means the past tense of think is thought. Think, think. Thought is the past tense of think. Thought there was something, as you can see, very different. Beta, this I am using for the students who need to look into each word carefully and read. About this rabbit, it could talk. T-A-L-K, talk. As you can see, L is silent. T-A-L-K, talk means L is silent here. You don't say talk. You say T-A-L-K, talk. And if you add ing, ing, it becomes talking. T-A-L-K-I-N-G, talking. So this is T-A-L-K, talk, not talk. Okay. So they've been coming back to the chapter. It could talk. It wore a red. Now wore. What is W-O-R-E? Wore. W-O-R-E. Wore. Wore is the past tense of wear. W-E-A-R. Wear. And W-O-R-E is the past tense of wore. Okay. The rabbit was wearing a blue coat. Or if you say it in past tense, the rabbit wore a blue coat on a red waistcoat. Okay. Using these words into sentences is very important, and it would increase your vocabulary and increase your English reading and listening and understanding skills. It wore a red waistcoat here. Waistcoat. I just now showed you a waistcoat. And it carried. C-A-R-R-Y, carry is the main word, and C-A-R-R-I-E-D, carried. Like worry, worried, carry, carried. A watch, W-A-T-C-H, watch. You see the time in a watch, and watching is to see also. I watched a movie yesterday. I am watching a beautiful book, beautiful scene. Okay. W-A-T-C-H, watch. And watch is a noun also, where you look into the time. Watch. Alice wondered. Again, wonder and wondered. Ed you added. A talking rabbit. A talking rabbit. Question mark. As you can see, this is a question mark. These are different punctuation marks we use while writing. And then we give pauses while reading also, and expressions also. A rabbit who wears a W-E-A-R-E, wears, wearing. These are different forms of verbs. Wears a waistcoat. Alice was burning. Burn, ing, burning. Alice was burning, W-I-T-H, with curiosity, A-N-D, and S-H-E, she followed, F-O-L-L-O-D-E-D, W-E-D, she followed the white rabbit. So children, I have given you this part of glimpse. You have to look into each and every word, small words, and go into the details of its spelling, learn it, understand it. For all those who are yet into the beginning phase of learning English, they need to go into every word and see how it is pronounced and said. So you have to do it and practice it, because any language requires practice. You need to, as much as you listen, the more you will learn. As much as you practice, the more you will be perfect. So listening and speaking and reading, they are all connected. So here children, Looking at these pictures once again in Alice in Wonderland, chapter 4th, Marigold. Let's see, we'll meet next time. Till then, keep watching Alice in Wonderland. There's a movie also, so you can go on YouTube and find out the movie on cartoon also and on the different movies also. Alice in Wonderland. You will find it interesting. Look into both the versions, part 1 and part 2 of Alice in Wonderland, and see how you like the story, and then come back with your feedback. Till then, keep yourself safe and sound, and we'll soon meet with our next versions, and you can decide and declare your views also on this video. Thank you so much. Bye.